Welcome to What's Trending with Tire Review. I'm Maddie Weiner, and today we have on the podcast Rob Infantino, CEO and founder of Openbay, an online marketplace for auto repair and a software provider for the auto care industry. Rob, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. So I know one of the types of software Openbay offers tire dealers and auto repair shops is an online chat platform called Otis. Can you describe how that works a little bit?
Sure. Otis is a software that installs on any automotive service website. And it's very simple to install. It probably takes 10 minutes to install and maybe 20 minutes of training. But it's software that appears like online chat, but it's not, it's much more than online chat. It comes up, it pops into action when there's a visitor on the website. So it gets the attention of the visitor right away. And it engages the visitor by asking questions like, how can we help you? What do can we service your automotive needs today? And engages the user right away. The point of this product is really to service the millennials, the young, the Generation Zs and the millennial customer segment. These are customers that they're on their mobile phone all the time. They would prefer to engage over a type of chat platform as opposed to phone or email. And Otis emulates a messaging platform where there's back and forth conversation in a natural language. And I can get into more about the product if you'd like.
Yeah, I'm specifically interested in how it works. I know it uses AI, but I have so many questions about how that all works together. So can you describe that aspect of the software?
Sure. Well, Otis features, it could be it features menus so that it can guide a user in a conversation, and it also features the ability to freeform text. So, for example, if a customer, and let me go back a little bit. One of the things that we're finding is that modern day consumers like their information to be personalized. So, if you have a need, let's just say if you drive a Honda or BMW and you need service, you're really interested in information specific to your needs, not general information. And that's the point of Otis. It delivers personalized information, custom information to you to meet your needs. So for example, if you have a Honda, you obviously want to be talking to shops that service Hondas, or if you own a BMW, same thing. Those are the first questions you would ask any shop if you were to call in or email in, like, do you service my type of vehicle? So once that's established, you take the next step in terms of, what kind of service you need. And that's the whole point of Otis. Otis engages the user, it delivers customized information to that user very quickly and accurately so that the customer can come in, get their information and leave and do whatever it is they need to do during that session. And there's a lot of products on the market. There's online chat, there are chat bots, there's advanced chat platforms, and we can talk about all three of those if you'd like. Otis is in the latter category, which it's an advanced online chat platform driven by AI, just like you talked about, machine learning. There's some human learning as well. But the more deployments we have of Otis, the more it learns, the more it can predict on how to answer questions and predict what kind of questions will it be answered. And it gets smarter and smarter each day, similar to what Amazon Alexa is. The more questions it gets thrown at it, the smarter Alexa becomes. And we also run an online marketplace called Openbay, where we connect consumers with shops and consumers that need service with trustworthy shops. And there's a lot of information in that marketplace that we can leverage with Otis. So Otis can take data streams from our marketplace. It can take data streams from pricing, auto parts pricing catalogs. It can take pricing streams from service templates. It takes dynamic data streams from many different data sets, and all that information is used to respond to customer requests. So if you have a simple question like, I need brake pads for my 2008 Honda Accord, it should be able to answer that question. Or I need pricing information for my 2008 Honda Accord. for brakes, and it'll ask you, do you need brake pads for front or rear? Do you want rotors? It'll ask you some questions, but generally the goal it's supposed to deliver very accurate pricing information for that consumer. Do you service? Do you provide wheel alignments? Do you have recall information on my vehicle, and so on? So it has the ability to really engage the user in a written language so that it satisfies their needs.
Got it. Okay. And so it builds based off of what it already knows you're saying. So if someone says, I need an alignment for my Toyota RAV4, whatever year it is, it would, go based off of that information and ask questions based off of that. Is that correct?
Yeah, if you don't tell it what year, make, and model vehicle you own, it'll ask you, like, so I need a wheel alignment for my RAV4. Okay, well, what year is it? So, and it'll go in and it'll engage you, and then it'll respond with, pricing information. And what we generally do is we always, talking to many shop owners, the goal for a customer who engages a shop website, they want that customer in the door so they can get the car in the lift. That's one of the goals. So we always try and end the conversation with, would you like to book an appointment with us? And that's how we're training Otis, to make sure we can get the customer in the door so we can get the car in the lift so they can take a look at it.
Got it. Okay. So with an end goal for a tire dealership or an auto repair shop, the end goal would be, greater customer retention with this type of software.
Yeah. And I believe we're the first company in the market. We haven't officially announced this yet, but you can talk about it. Is we have a tire catalog built into Otis. So now you can actually tell Otis, I need tires for your make and model, and it'll present a series of choices that it's basically Pulse of Fitment catalog from ATD. It's the first integration we did. And it's got the ATD catalog and serves all the tires up, and you get to pick and choose the tire for your vehicle. And then it'll tell you pricing information and also tell you availability. And if you have staggered fitment, so some of the sports cars have wider tires in the back and narrower tires in the front, it'll actually show you, here are the choices for your rear tires, here are the choices for your front tires. Would you like a quote? Yes, I would. Here's the pricing information. Here's availability. Would you like to book an appointment? The transaction doesn't happen inside Otis, but all of the information is captured. Your contact information is captured, delivered to the shop, and they can follow up with you.
Got it. Okay. Such a smart technology, and very another just resource tire dealers can add to their offerings for customers. It seems like you were talking about the difference between online chat platforms and chat bots.
Yeah.
Can you kind of go into that a little bit?
Yeah. So we view things as, again, three different categories. So live chat is human to human. So you're a human, and then you're chatting with someone else. There's generally a human on the other side, and there's some back and forth. And a lot of big corporations have that. And there's pros and cons to that, but the con is that you have to have another resource on the other end to be able to manage that conversation back and forth. There are so that's live chat. Then there's chat bots. And chatbots are programmable software where you actually, if you own a cookie shop or a bake shop or a car repair shop, you have to program the chatbot to your specifications. You have to predict what kind of questions you will ask, that customers will ask, and then you have to program the answers. So there's some programming involved. You're never going to get it right. We call it swim lanes. Like, you get in one swim lane as a consumer and you can't get out, because that's typically the chatbot. And it's the data sets are typically static. They're not dynamic, and they're limited. Even though you're talking to a computer bot, you're limited in terms of the data that you can offer up. And obviously, you have to make an investment in it. Whereas advanced chat platforms, or AI artificial intelligence based chat platforms, there's natural language processing technology built, and sometimes you have multiple NLPs. You've got dynamic data sets feeding this. So it's a very the technical stack of advanced chat platforms are much. There's a big investment that's needed, and there's no. It's completely automated, so you're not there programming this thing. It just rolls off the shelf, logs it, goes onto your platform, and it just works. And we're the ones that are programming it, making it smarter because we know all the questions are being asked. And again, our vertical is automotive.
Right, for sure. And you mentioned the dynamic data sets um, that are, always changing, always being updated. So does that mean, a tire shop in California, obviously they're generating data, and so is a tire shop in New York. Does Openbay have all that data so it can use basically this big data platform to help customers wherever they are in whatever shop, or is it shop specific?
We have what we call an automotive service catalog. It's part of our IP. And we've built this thing that can generate over a million quotes. And we take their pricing information. So if we know a shop is going to be charging 20, 30% margins, or if they're making X percent on a tire, or their labor rate is $85 or $100 an hour, all that information is in our platform. And we're able to plug that information into an algorithm and match it against a template that has a service for your specific year, make, and model, and it can generate that quote in real time. So we've got the templates. We know all of the different services that are available for your year, make, and model, and we just need some variables for your business. So whether you're in New York or California, it doesn't matter. All your variables get plugged in, it gets automatically generated using Otis.
Okay, got it. So obviously you were mentioning this earlier in the conversation, it's no secret that the retail landscape is changing, especially now, we're all staying in our homes because of the coronavirus, and we're using technology more and more to accomplish, daily tasks. So how could a chat platform like this help a tire dealer's business, not only during this time, but in the future?
Well, what's interesting is, we have been talking about this for a number of years. Contactless, touchless, however you want to classify it. Our marketplace is completely contactless. You can get your car serviced on Openbay without even exchanging a credit card. That's a perfect platform for the consumer who needs choice. Chat platforms, in my opinion, are table stakes. So you're at home now, we're all at home, and we're starting to think about different things. You're getting through your punch list of all the things you need, but look at the behavior, your behavior, in terms of shopping. Like, you're doing a lot of shopping online. We know that more and more millennials, more and more Gen Zs are going to be doing shopping for automotive service online. It's digital first. That's the way they think. They're always online. They're doing searches. They're making decisions based on the information they're getting at that time. So if you have a website and you can engage that customer in real time, deliver the information at their convenience, and I want to specify, I want to actually highlight that word I just used, at their convenience, meaning they may want to look at, they may want to service, they may want information on their vehicle at 10 o'clock at night, 1 o'clock in the 1 a.m. in the morning, 6 a.m. outside of business hours. So your business has to be able to communicate with them the way they want to be communicated to. So chat, not phone, not email, not web form. Web forms are dead. Um, and deliver the information accurately and precisely and personalized. If you're able to do that, you're ahead of your competition. If you're not able to do that, that customer will move on to another website to get whatever it is they need to service their vehicle. So we've been talking about this for, like I said, a couple of years, and the automotive aftermarket industry, or tire dealers, some of them are ahead of the curve, but some are slow to adapt new technologies to align themselves with this modern day consumer. And that's really the focus. Now we're all in the modern day consumers because we're all digital first. We're all shopping online. We're ordering our groceries. We're getting stuff delivered to our house, using online services. So, why not automotive? Like, this is the way shops need to think.
Yeah, and I know you were mentioning a little earlier how the installation of an online chat platform like Otis takes pretty minimal time. Can you kind of describe a little bit more about how um, online chat platforms typically integrate into websites?
Yeah, it's typically one line of code. It's a script code, and usually your web provider can put it on. It's, it installs in minutes, and you're up and running. We'll take some time to configure your account. We'll do all that work for you, and you can test it once it's installed. We'll do about 20 minutes worth of training, and then you're up and running. It's live, and it works beautifully.
What's the ROI, for a car dealer? I know everyone talks about ROI in this industry. Obviously, you have to. What would you say is the ROI for a tire dealer's business in investing in something like this?
Well, let's start with a typical automotive service center. We see typical deal sizes of $300 to $500 on a service. They're not coming in for oil changes. So if you get 1 or 2 appointments, you've paid for Otis yourself, just for on that. For tire deals, it should be one service. If we can convert a visitor to a customer, paying customer for a set of 4 tires, it's one service. So yeah, ROI is quick.
Yeah, it seems like. Okay, interesting. Well, Rob, I know I wanted to ask you more about how Openbay has responded to the coronavirus pandemic and how has it affected your business?
Well, I mean, we're a national company, so we've got shops all over the country. We have a partnership with Lyft, and we have partnerships with State Farm and other insurance companies. So we're getting consumers from all different channels using our platform, from all over the country. So some of the East Coast, some of the West Coast has been hit pretty hard. So we're seeing the business be reduced in some of those areas, but the Midwest it's business as usual. We're seeing some shops do really well. So the good news is that we're not impacted that much from this, because we're a national company and we're across all these different states. And like I said, it's some are doing well, some aren't doing well, but it's a balance. But we also see one of the interesting things that I'm thinking about quite frequently is that you've got the price of gas almost at an all-time low, right? I read today that they're basically paying people to get rid to take away some of the barrels of fuel, which is that's odd to think about. Um, you also have people in fear of going on planes, right? So my thought was, when you put all that together, people are going to be going on vacation soon. Price of gas is low. They're not getting on a plane. They're probably going to go on vacation 2 to 3 hours from their home or 10 hours from their home. They're going to be using a vehicle. So you'll see total miles driven in the United States go up. So my view is that, we'll probably see a V-shaped recovery for the automotive aftermarket, and it'll be stronger than ever. I think what will suffer is new car sales. That obviously there's some pains there, but it's good news for for tire dealers, for the automotive aftermarket, because they're going to be servicing customers that decided not to buy a new car, and they'll invest more in their existing vehicle. So I think it's good news for us.
Yeah, for sure. I'm hoping so. That's so true. Is there anything else that you'd like tire dealers to know and the auto repair shops to know about Open Bay or Otis before we end our call here?
Sure. Well, we're growing every month. We're adding more and more users on our platform. They're requesting more service, and we're actually seeing some growth during this period. So we encourage shops to sign up on our marketplace to acquire new users. And I want to be clear, because there's some miscommunication about Openbay, is that we take a fee on the transaction, and if that customer comes back through Openbay again, we'll take another fee on that customer. But if that customer likes this particular service center they went to, and they go direct to that service center, we don't take a transaction fee. That's their customer now. So we don't charge any monthly fee on our marketplace. It's basically transaction based. So come join our marketplace. We can use the coverage. We're expanding our partnerships again with some of these big players like Lyft and State Farm. We've got some areas where we need more and more shops. And then for shops that really want to engage that online consumer, the Gen Z, the millennial, you should be using our Otis product or some sort of online or advanced online chat platform that sells tires, of course. And we've got some other exciting news coming out, more features coming out on Otis as well. But we're really excited that, we're a company that I call ourselves a hybrid. We've got a marketplace, and we've also got SaaS products, Otis, to help you with one-to-one relationships with your customers. So I think we offer many different options for shops that they can leverage to acquire new users, engage the users online.
For sure, yeah, and I'm excited to see what those new things coming out from your company will be this year. So thank you. Great. Well, Rob, thanks for being on the podcast today. I really appreciate your time, and have a wonderful day.
Thank you. And for those that are interested, they can go to openbay.com for any information on our products.
Thank you.
You're
Great.
welcome.
All right, have a good one.
Thank you.